Hello, hello. You've made it. Final week. Here we go. I have returned feedback on all of the project proposals, all the checkpoints, basically everything that has come in for week 7. I tried to pre-grade so that I could get everything back to you really quickly because I know a lot of folks are pushing to get things done. So just wanted to address a few questions that have come up. First of all, if you're going the presentation route, people have asked me, hey, how do I get my presentation to you? You have a few options. If you want to record your presentation, you can record it and upload it to YouTube. Set it to public or unlisted. Do not set it to private. If you set it to private, nobody but you can see it. If you're worried about people seeing it, you don't want anybody but me to see it, you can set it to unlisted, which means you have to have the link to find it. You can't search for it. You can't just stumble across it. And then when you go to the assignment link to submit your final project, you would just put the link to YouTube in there. And this works, if you're doing like a PowerPoint with a voiceover, whatever kind of presentation-y thing you're doing, you can do it that way. Another thing you can do if you would like is you can set up a time before or through Tuesday to present by appointment. So we can do that and collaborate. I can set it up so you can share your screen and you can present for me there. If you want to drop by my office and do your presentation, we can certainly do that. So if you want to go with one of the presentation options, those are some ways that you can knock that out. So I'm really excited about your projects. I have read a lot of really interesting stuff. I'm excited to read different reviews on the same film. I've got a lot of you working with The Martian, which I think is great. I love the film. I think it's a really great one, totally worthwhile. So I'm looking forward to see all of the different ways that people are tackling that. This is the first time people have jumped on that one, so I'm excited about it. Seeing all kinds of pretty much every option has been chosen, which I'm excited about. I also understand for those of you who would love to do a creative option and don't have the time, going with the essay route or going with the presentation route, I 100% get it. I would be that way myself, really, really wanting to write a short story or create something and then having to just kind of go with the standard at the last minute. No judgment here. So we have less than a week left. If you need help with your project, please get in touch. I am in the office tomorrow, Thursday. Well, I don't know when y'all are watching this. Thursday, July 15th, we'll say, and Monday, Tuesday. So if you need me, please do get in touch. I will be late getting in Tuesday morning, but I'll be around for my office hours and all of that. So don't delay. If you need help, definitely get it. Also remember that you have the Writing and Reading Center as a resource. You can get one-on-one help from them. For those of you who need to find some sources, the library is a great resource. If you go to the library's webpage, there's a library chat right there, and it is covered by our library staff during business hours, and there's also coverage from librarians elsewhere after business hours. So there's always a way to get assistance there. So if you need help, please don't struggle in silence. Do get in touch. We can set up an appointment. I'm glad to meet with you virtually. I'm glad to meet with you in person, whatever works for you. I will be I'll try to check my email some this weekend. I've got big family stuff this weekend, so kid's birthday, we're moving, lots of things. So I won't be available 24/7, but I will try to check in so that I don't leave anybody hanging who's trying to get their work done. So on a content note, I've just gotten done reading all of the discussion posts. The Henrietta Lacks book seemed to resonate with a lot of you, and I was glad to see that. Something that I want us to think about as we wrap up the course, and this is something that I feel like that we never get to give enough attention to any one topic in the course. I want to cover the world in 8 weeks, and it's impossible. It's impossible to do in 16 weeks, what I feel like we need to do with this class. But something that I want you all to think about, we've talked about ethics some, and it's come up a lot in the discussions of research with Henrietta Lacks, with other situations. We think about responsibility. I know that the Challenger disaster was mentioned, who responsibility lies with. But one thing I want you all to think about when we consider ethics, think about who's at the table. Think about who gets to make the decisions about the technologies that are put in place. Think about who has influence in those areas. and I don't necessarily mean this to sound really nefarious, but you know, there's a lot of attention on representation right now. Representation matters, and I mean that in all the ways. I mean that for social class. I mean that for age. I mean that for race. I mean that for gender. I mean that for walk of life. Representation matters. And you know, we talked early in the course about lock-in and about how things get, I don't want even want to say features, aspects of technologies get designed in, and sometimes decisions are made very unintentionally that has to have sweeping impacts. And I want us to think about who's in the room when those decisions are made, who's at the table, who's on the board, who has an interest. You know, I think that we often feel that these decisions are always made by other people. I want you to think about who those other people are, why they're making those decisions, and where and when we, and that's the royal we, all of us, get to have some input in those decisions. And I'll leave it there. That's just something that I want you all to think about. Keep asking the big questions. Keep asking the whys. Keep asking the so what, the who cares, the how is this going to impact us. I'm not trying to make you second guess everything in the whole world, but I've seen a lot of really good questions asked in this course. I've seen a lot of really good statements made in this course. Y'all are bright, y'all are curious, and I want you to absolutely keep that up. So I'll drop in with another video next week, but if you need help with the project, if there's something you want to discuss, burning questions, whatever, or if you saw some really cool new thing, a couple of you have given me some new materials for the course, some new film suggestions, video game suggestions for a final project. If you've got some ideas, please do bring them to the table. I've really enjoyed getting to know y'all and working with you this semester. I can't believe that we're at the end. I know that we simultaneously wish we had more time and are ready to wrap it up and get on with the business of summer. But if I can help, please let me know. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Good luck as you wrap up your final work for my class, for other classes, and let me know how I can help you.